In this video, I'll be going over the most epic hikes to do in Maui. Maui is the second largest Hawaiian island. It is home to miles of beautiful beaches, the world's largest dormant volcano, and the gorgeous Road to Hana highway. The trails in Maui are incredibly diverse and the views are absolutely out of this world. In addition, hiking is a great budget activity to do in Maui. Keep watching to hear more about all of these amazing hikes. Just as a side note, I'm sorry if I mispronounce any of the trail names or any other words. I looked up all of the pronunciations, but I'm sure I'll still get a bunch wrong. Just let me know in the comments below if I do. So first up we have the Lahaina Pali Trail from Maalaea, or east, and Yukameme, or west. Both of these trails can be hiked as out and back trails. You could also hike them from west to east or east to west. To do this, either have cars parked at both ends of the trail or get dropped off and picked up. We hiked each trail as an out and back trail. The Lahaina Pali Maalaea, or East Trail, is 9.27 kilometers or 5.76 miles in distance and 491 meters or 1,611 feet in elevation gain. This hike took us about 2.5 hours and I would rate it as hard. The Lahaina Pali Yukameme, or West Trail, is 7.82 kilometers or 4.86 miles in distance and 477 meters or 1,565 feet in elevation gain. This hike also took us about 2.5 hours, and I would also rate this hike as hard. On the east side, you can park right beside the highway, or you can drive through some gates to park right beside the trail. The west side also has a small parking lot just off the highway. Both sides do not have bathrooms, and there are no fees to hike these trails. For both of these trails, we recommend to avoid the heat of the day. Both are very exposed and offer little to no shade if the sun is beating down. We did the west hike starting midday in 30+ degrees Celsius weather, and it was a struggle to finish. These hikes are decently intense. Both feature strenuous uphill portions with many rocks to maneuver around/over. However, the view of the ocean, neighboring islands, and the wind turbines at Kiowa Wind Farm are impressive. If you are enjoying this video so far and finding it helpful, please feel free to tap the like button. It really helps my small channel out. Our next hike is the Waihe'e Ridge Trail. You do not want to miss out on this amazing Maui hike. This trail is an out and back trail. It is 6.94 kilometers or 4.3 miles in distance and 460 meters or 1,509 feet in elevation gain. This hike took us 1 hour and 50 minutes to do, and I would rate it as hard in difficulty. The Waihe'e Ridge Trail is located in the West Maui Mountains. The main parking lot fits approximately 30 cars. We arrived late morning and squeezed into one of the last spots in the lot. The overflow parking is quite a ways down the road. We would recommend getting to this hike early so that you don't end up having to hike an extra mile. There are no fees to do the trail, and there are portable washrooms available at the trailhead. The Ridge Trail is a spectacular trail that culminates at the Lanalili Peak, which gives incredible views of the Waihe'e Valley and the Pacific Ocean. There are also picnic tables at the top where you can enjoy the view and a snack or lunch. The hike starts with a fairly steep uphill climb that leads into a wooded area. It then quickly opens up to beautiful views of the valley and water. The hike is mainly uphill on the way out and therefore downhill on the way back. When we did the hike, there were some muddy portions which made things a tad slippery, so we had to be cautious when coming down. This next hike is absolutely incredible. It literally feels like you're hiking on another planet. It's the Sliding Sands Trail plus Loop Trail in the crater. The distance for the full trail we hiked was 21 kilometers or 13.05 miles and 887 meters or 2,910 feet in elevation gain. This hike took us 5 hours and 23 minutes, and I would rate it as extremely hard. If you are looking for a hike that's a bit less strenuous but would probably still be rated as hard, we would recommend just doing the Sliding Sands Out and Back Trail. The hike starts near the Haleakala Visitor Center in Haleakala National Park. There is a large parking lot at the visitor center, and there should be also washrooms available here as well. As of January 1st, 2023, The entrance fee is $30 per private vehicle. With this pass, you have unlimited re-entry into the park for 3 days. We would recommend starting this hike early in the morning. You need a reservation to get into the park before 7 a.m., and it costs $1 to make a reservation. We decided not to make a reservation and arrived just after 7 a.m. The drive up to the Haleakala Visitor Center is steep and winding, something to keep in mind if you are prone to getting carsick. The elevation at the Visitor Center is 9,740 feet or 2,969 meters, so altitude sickness is a possibility. Another thing to keep in mind is it can be quite chilly at the top. We recommend checking the weather the day before / the morning of your hike so that you can plan how to dress and also make sure that the hiking conditions are okay for that day. We also recommend dressing in layers as it warms up significantly as the day goes on. A very important point to note is that this trail offers no shade. If you are prone to getting burnt, and even if you're not, we would recommend wearing sunglasses, a hat, and moisture-wicking, lightweight, long sleeves and pants. Also apply sunscreen at regular intervals. I made the most unfortunate mistake and only hiked in shorts and a t-shirt, and then I forgot to reapply sunscreen to one area of my arm, and I ended up with the most terrible burn. So I definitely want you to avoid my dumb mistake. We also definitely recommend packing a large supply of water and snacks/lunch, as this is a very long hike. This hike is deceivingly easy at the beginning, as it starts with a descent into the crater. The altitude also decreases significantly in the first part of the hike, which contributes to the start of the hike feeling not so bad. When you get to the end of the Sliding Sands Trail, which is when you reach the bottom of the crater, you can hike back up, or you can decide to explore the crater a bit. We did a loop within the crater, so we headed east towards the Kapalao cabin. Just before reaching the cabin, we took a trail heading to the north. Along this trail, we took the route heading along the west side of Pu'u Knoll. This trail met up with the Halamu Trail. We turned west and continued along this trail until we got to the point where the Halamu Trail turned north. We turned down the trail going south, which led us back to the base of the Sliding Sands Trail. Even though this loop section was more strenuous than we anticipated, the scenery was incredible. It truly feels like you're hiking on Mars. There are many different options of loops that you can do within the crater. There are also 3 cabins and areas where you can tent if you'd like to stay overnight. There are washrooms in the crater, but the route that we took did not take us past any of them. Our hiking abilities were truly tested going back up the Sliding Sands Trail. Ascending the trail after already hiking for a number of hours is intense, to say the least. As you hike uphill, the altitude increases, and for us, it was much warmer at this point in the day compared to when we descended. It took us around 40 minutes to hike the last 2 kilometers, stopping for many breaks to catch our breath along the way. Overall, this hike is a great challenge. There are many other trail options to choose from if you're looking for an easier or even a more difficult hike. Another option, if you aren't so much into hiking, is you can just enjoy the spectacular view from the visitor center. And last, but certainly not least, we have the Pipiwai Trail and Waimaku Falls. This trail is an out and back trail. It is 6 kilometers or 3.73 miles in distance and 221 meters or 775 feet in elevation gain. This hike took us about 1 hour and 40 minutes, and I would rate it as moderate to hard. This trail is located about 10 miles past the town of Hana. It is located close to the Kipahulu Visitor Center, which has a main parking lot, an overflow lot, and bathrooms. This trail is in Haleakala National Park, which, as we just talked about, costs $30 per vehicle to enter, and you get unlimited re-entry for 3 days. We planned out our trip so that we purchased the pass when we did the Sliding Sands Trail, then we took a rest day, and then we did this trail the day after, meaning that we did not have to pay for the park pass again. The Pipiwai Trail is an absolute must-do in Maui. The trail features a huge banyan tree and a spectacular bamboo forest. As you walk along the trail, you can hear the bamboo trees clacking together. You will also get to see the Makahiku waterfall, which is 200 feet tall, and the beautiful Waimaku waterfall, which is 400 feet tall. This trail has some muddy portions, so we recommend you wear good running or hiking shoes/boots. As well, if you would like to get closer to the Waimaku waterfall, you will have to cross several streams, stepping on rocks to make your way across. At the end of the hike, there is a gate and a sign that warns you to not get any closer to the falls. But don't worry, if you don't feel comfortable crossing the streams, you can still get a great view of the falls. This hike is at the end of the road to Hana. If you are hiking enthusiasts like us, we recommend that you head out early in the morning and drive straight to the Pipiwai Trail. This ensures that you will fit it into your day and that you get there before it becomes too crowded. From there, you can do all your stops along the road to Hana, but in reverse. Let me know in the comments what your favorite hike to do in Maui is, or what hike you're most interested in doing. Also, stay tuned for videos on a full week in Maui on a budget and the best stops to do along the road to Hana. Thanks so much for watching.